This is chapter 122, a comparison between river and marine plastics. Is it possible to compare river and marine debris? Is it useful to collect the river waste before it becomes marine debris? We are doing this research on a beach in France, in the village of Le Pouliguen, near to Saint-Lazare. The beach is partly protected by rocks. We arrive at 9 a.m. At this time, the tide is lowering. The blue bar shows when we arrive. In fact, the tide was maximal at 6 a.m. and it will be minimum at 12:15. You have to imagine this on the beach like this. The red bar shows where it comes first. This is a touristic region, so there are not a lot of waste. What do we find? At the moment of the sampling at 9, we are at this water level, and it goes further down to this level, the black bar. We find tiny little plastics in between algae, on the sand, and also between stones and rocks. These are the results. Watch them carefully. They don't have quantitative character. They're just a qualitative idea what we have found. So we have found 204 items. The average particle size was less than 50 mil. Are there closed items such as closed bottles? No, they are not. How many parts are broken? 36%. Let's go further on. We were on the coast and we go to the upstream of the Loire towards Nantes, to the village that is called Le Pèlerin. It takes about 1 hour to go there by car. But why should tourists or inhabitants throw away any garbage near to the pier of the village? The community has a lot of trash bins near to the waterline. The Loire estuary follows the same river as the tide on the beach in Pouliguen. You have the maximal tide, you have the sampling moment about at noon, and you have the low tide height. High tide, sampling moment, low tide. It's very muddy. In this sludge, I do not see any waste. Towards the maximal tide height, there we find a lot of debris. big items as this canister, these plastic parts, shoes. So you find a lot of closed bottles and cans, a lot of PS foam particles. They are quite big here. The results at noon on March the 12th, 2024, the results are 65 items found. The average particle size is about 100 millimeter. Closed items 14% and broken 9%. Let's do the comparison. The results on the beach and the results on the riverside. The number of items is not equal. The average particle size is quite different between 50 on the beach and 100 on the riverside. Closed items part none on the beach and 14% on the riverside. And the broken hard plastics, they are 36% on the beach and only 9% on the riverside. So besides the figures are not interesting because the sampling is too small to have any real idea on the proportions. But at least you have an idea why river plastics are different to beach plastics. So is it useful to collect river debris? Yes. At a distance of 80 kilometers, river waste is really different from ocean debris found on the beach. We find in about the same time 3 times more items on the beach than on the riverside. The average particle size is half of what we have seen on the riverside, and all items are open, so filled items will sink. The closed items on the riverside, they will float. There are a lot of broken items on the beach, and there are less broken hard plastics on the riverside, so it's easier to collect bigger unbroken parts than small broken parts on the beach. Additional question. Have you seen the same type of debris on the beach and on the riverside? No. Residents, farmers, industrial tourists add wastes all the way towards the ocean. Part of the river's waste will sink to the riverbed. Part of the ocean waste will sink to the seabed. Part of the ocean waste will advance further into deeper ocean water and leave the coastal water. And part of the ocean waste will climb up the beach despite algae, stones and rocks thanks to the tide.